Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Loud Ones podcast. I'm your host, Elijah Horner, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Kelvin.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's exciting. It's our very first episode. I'll basically go over what this podcast is about. It's about video games, movies. Sometimes we're going to talk about random life stories that have happened to us, just funny moments. So it's kind of all around everything, but it's going to be mainly focused around the whole, I guess, nerd culture, if you want to use that word for it. So we'll start this off by just introducing ourselves and talking a little bit about us, and then we'll go into some topics that we have for today. So, like I said, my name's Elijah. I have two jobs. I'm a gymnastics coach, and I work at a VR arcade, which is pretty cool. It's actually really awesome. I love it there. Getting to see people experience VR for the very first time. And then, obviously, gymnastics coach, I worked with all ages from 1 to 50. Basically, I cover everyone there. So, yeah, that's basically my life a little bit, and we'll go over to Kelvin.
All right. So for the past 4 years, I've worked at Tim Hortons. And if you don't know what that is, it's kind of mixed between Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks and McDonald's. So it's all the good parts of that.
That's a really good description. I've never heard anyone describe it as that before.
Well, they don't have it in America.
That's true.
It's a more fast food version of Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
More widespread. It's pretty much what all Canadians think of when they think of coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, and every Canadian ever just says you want to go to Timmy's and grab a coffee, basically.
Have
so
donuts, sandwiches, and coffee.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, today I brought some topics to the table. I'm going to talk about a little bit about collectibles, and we were going to do a Reddit review. We were going to go over a Reddit and read through it and just kind of cringe at it, because this Reddit is really, really cringy, Kelvin.
All right, and I was not prepared as much, so I'm going to try to talk about something and see how that goes.
Yeah, well, it's all good. We're just going to kind of wing this as we go, kind of bring some topics to the table, but then mainly just banter back and forth. And yeah, oh, I forgot to open my product before we started. Today's sponsor, Coca-Cola. Just kidding, they didn't sponsor. If they ever reach out though, and want to sponsor, I'm more than happy to take their sponsorship.
All right, you want to start this off?
Yeah, sure. So I wanted to talk about collectibles a little bit, and if there was no money if there was money was not an object for you, what would be one thing that you would want to collect?
I would like to get into Funko Pops, but they are like $20 a piece, so
yeah,
that's a little bit of a no when you work for minimum wage.
Yeah, I'm basically speaking of Funko Pops, I actually bought a box of 6 random Funko Pops, and I was going to open them today on the podcast.
Oh, I was wondering what that box was.
Yeah, and just see what we have. We'll wait a little bit and we'll get into them. But yeah, I'm kind of on the same page. I really enjoy Funko Pops, but they got so many licenses now.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like impossible to figure out what you want to buy. Mm-hmm. Because you can buy all the way from hockey players to video game characters.
And series are just getting discontinued far too quickly. So it's like when you start collecting it, you run out. You have like 2 left, and they stop making them.
That's why I kind of just do these random boxes, because I don't really care which ones I get. I just enjoy seeing them on my shelf and seeing whatever ones I have. So again, I have characters like Freddy. I don't have Freddy Funko, but I have what's his name? Freddy Krueger.
I know you have Jack Torrance. I don't know.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of. I don't know.
Those are very different people.
I don't know. I have very random ones. Like I have like a Rainbow Dash one all the way to like a hockey player. Yeah. Just because again, I collect randomly. So yeah. Do you want to open them up and see what we have?
Yeah, let's start with that. It's a good place to start.
It's kind of hard to grab it with one hand.
Probably should have brought a knife or something to open that box.
That's very true. I probably should have grabbed a knife. Do we have anything sharp here? Actually, wait. I think my dad started opening it because he thought it would be funny to start opening it, and then I told him not to. All right. Inside the box, we have
another box.
Another box. Why would they do this? I never understand that. Yeah, you want to move that. Thank you. Now this is the one where I might need scissors or something. Oh wait, there's a serrated edge on this masking tape.
You're making us look so poor.
Have you seen our softbox lights? For those of you who don't know, we have softbox lights here, and one of them is covered with a Domino's plastic bag because we couldn't find the soft cover for it.
And we were too cheap to buy another one.
They're expensive. These things cost me like $150 when I bought them. If I can... Oh. Yes. Beautiful.
For you, those that are just listening, this is extremely painful to watch. Elijah's struggling with tape.
I'm struggling with tape, yes. All right, 6 random Funko Pops. Let's see what we've got for them today. They're nicely packed inside this box here. So I might just like tip the box upside down and...
No.
Hey, that was pretty good. All right. So I got a Star Wars one. I got... How do I say that name? How do I even say that? Kira?
That's how I would pronounce it.
Yeah, Kira. So...
so we're probably pronouncing that wrong. It's QA''RA.
No, QI''RA.
Yeah. Oh, that's the girl. That's the leading girl from the Solo movie that you and I have neglected to watch.
The one movie that I haven't watched. Yes. So we got that one. That's a pretty cool one. I'm always a big fan of the Star Wars Funko Pops. And then we got Tom Natesworthy from Mortal Engines. I have no idea what that is.
It was a movie directed by Peter Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Came out a couple years ago. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm always happy to add another one. Number 681. I'm always happy to add another pop to my collection. And then we go into... Oh, Kubo and the 2 strings. We got Kubo. That's actually really awesome. That's a really good one.
Oh, it's a stop-motion animation, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. And apparently it's really highly rated. Like, one of my friends watched it, and he's an animator. He animates for video games. And he really, really loved it. So, we got a Rick and Morty one.
That's cringy.
Hammerhead from the the Mad Max kind of episode.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to have a mustache.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, exactly, that guy. That's actually a really good one too. We got a good pull from these.
Mm-hmm.
Again, these are 6 random ones. You can buy them on Amazon here. Maybe I'll pull it up here. Switch to this view.
Also, not sponsored by Amazon.
No.
Or Funko Pops.
No,
or Coca-Cola. So,
let me
just
see if
giving
I
them
can pull it up here.
free revenue.
Amazon. Random Funko. Yeah, it's one of these boxes here. 60 Canadian dollars, so probably like 50, 45 American. And if they have them in America. And you basically just get 6 random Funko Pops from them. Pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it's more if you're focused on like not the series like Elijah is.
Yeah.
You just want random ones to display.
I purchased this 2 times, and the last time I purchased it was 3 days ago. So, yeah, basically that's kind of what that is. So, and then I got 2 more here. We got, I can never say his name.
Ulysses Claw.
There, yeah, that's his name. But from Black Panther. That's actually really awesome. What other movies he did?
He was in Age of Ultron. He also did the voice acting for Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
That's who I was thinking of.
And Caesar from the new Planet of the Apes movie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's a really good motion capture actor.
And he was also Snoke in that really crappy Star Wars movie.
Which one? The 8th one or the 7th one?
Yeah, the red one. The 7th one wasn't bad.
The 7th one was basically just A New Hope redone, though.
Yeah, so was Phantom Menace, though. All 3 of the leading trilogies, or all 3 of the first trilogy movies, are always the exact same. It's introducing new characters.
At least Phantom Menace had a good lightsaber fight.
I know, you just like the music. You don't even like the... Stop. All right.
And then one last one from... What the heck? Can you read that?
Obviously not. It's from an anime. It looks like FLCL.
Yeah. Well, that's the joy of getting a random Funko box. Sometimes you get one from a series that you don't know. But I think I got a really good pull. I got like 3 good ones.
Mimi, and Takkun. It's a girl holding a cat. So if anybody knows what that's from, Haruko.
Yeah. We'll hold it up for the video listeners. Speaking of that, our podcast is going to be available basically everywhere. There's going to be a video version available on YouTube. There's going to be an audio version available on Anchor, Spotify, and we're going to try to get it on Google Play as well.
Google Podcast.
Sorry.
Play is shutting down.
Yeah, that's actually true because you were using Google Play Music, right?
I was using Google Play Music, and it was great because it would have your podcast in one section of the app and then your music in the other. but they shut it down. So now I have to use YouTube Music on one app and then Google Podcasts on a different app. So it's really annoying just to have to switch back and forth between those two.
I ended up switching just before they shut down. I switched over to Spotify back in January, and I switched over to Spotify just because everyone else was using it, and I was just kind of like, man, it makes custom playlists for you. It's pretty cool, and I was like, whatever, I'll try switch. I was gonna just try like the 3 months for free you get with it, and I ended up sticking with it. It doesn't work very well in my car. That's one thing I've noticed with, like, if I go back because I'm like, oh man, I really like that song. I go back, it sometimes just goes to the next song, and so it's like kind of glitched out like that. But it's working great so far.
Yeah, no, I like YouTube Music so far because you can use like songs that aren't really songs. I have like a video version of Drake Bell singing, and I was able to add that to my playlist, even though it's not technically from an album or something.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So I just use random YouTube videos, and you can download that as part of the playlist.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good idea then. That's what they should have done back with Google Play, but I mean, obviously they just discontinued it to make it YouTube Music, basically.
I mean, they had two music streaming services. It didn't make much sense.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of shutting down, I don't know if you heard, but Mixer. Do you know Mixer, the streaming service?
Oh, that's Microsoft streaming service.
Yeah, they shut down.
Yeah, I was reading something about it. I don't use streaming services a whole bunch, but...
Yeah. No, that was like... Personally, it was my favorite streaming service. I thought it was better than Twitch in terms of... The only thing it lacked was like emotes. Like Twitch obviously is known for their like custom emotes. Like there's hundreds of thousands of custom emotes on there.
All right.
And... But like Mixer would kind of lack there. But I thought Mixer was a better streaming service in terms of stream delay, kind of just overall viewer interaction. And I thought the streams on there were a lot higher quality than they were on Twitch. Because you got a couple big names on Twitch. Obviously not Dr. Disrespect anymore. He got banned.
For like the 7th time?
But he got no reason. Like he even reached out to Twitch and was like, hey, what the heck's going on? Like, why am I banned? And Twitch was just like, eh. Twitch didn't come back with an answer. Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. So he's kind of waiting results, and everyone's kind of waiting, just going on like what the heck is happening with Dr. Disrespect. There's rumors of a new streaming service called Brime, and Brime.
Okay.
So it's either Brime or Brim. I think it's Brime because it smells like prime, or spells like prime. Not smells like prime.
Smells like prime.
Smells like prime. There's rumors of a new streaming site called Brime. They got almost 100K followers on Twitch or on Twitter already, and there's some people saying that Dr. Disrespect is going over there, but they don't even have a site yet.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen with people like Shroud or Ninja, who were like treated poorly on Twitch and were paid a bunch of money to go to Mixer.
Yeah,
I know that Mixer, shortly after shutting down, they were promoting Facebook gaming, I think.
Yeah, they partnered with Facebook.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see. I'm wondering if they're going to go over there, or if they're going to go to the Brime, because I know Ninja's not going to go back to Twitch.
Ninja did a stream on YouTube.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, he did one, like a couple days ago, he did a stream on YouTube, and he had like 100K viewers, which is pretty freaking good.
Yeah, for YouTube streaming.
Yeah, and so it was kind of like, oh man, maybe he's streaming on YouTube, but he hasn't streamed on YouTube since. So I don't know if he was doing like a test stream just to kind of see what it's like, or if he's waiting for Brime, or if...
Well, I feel like he has such a devout fan basis that they'll follow him wherever he goes. Yeah. So it doesn't matter if he goes to Brime, if he goes to Facebook, they're going to follow him because they just enjoy him. Yeah,
he's basically not going to go back to Twitch just because, I don't know if you heard, but like Twitch promoted a porn stream on his channel.
I did not hear that.
Yeah, so basically like when Ninja left to go to Mixer, sometimes it says like, hey, your streamer's offline, check out these other streams, right? It's a mess up with the algorithm, but still what happened was one of those streams that they recommended was streaming porn, and it had like 70,000 viewers.
Yeah, that's not good. Especially, I know that Ninja has not. I don't want to say child fan base, but it's like
a younger.
It's anywhere like early teenagers.
Yeah,
that's not something
Well, that's not something Twitch shouldn't be promoting at all.
Because that's not something Twitch should be streaming in general.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a mess up with the algorithm or something, and it was just like somehow porn slipped through the cracks and like ended up on Ninja's channel, and Ninja was mad. He went to Twitter and made like a 4-minute video of him, and that's a long video on Twitter.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh man, this is like disgusting and it shouldn't have happened, and like, so I do feel kind of bad for that because
well, I mean, there's spaces that are just there's so much gray area when it comes to porn, because there was that girl that posted that music video on YouTube. I don't remember what her name is. Belle
Delphine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the video because I was all over Reddit, and it's very sexual,
soft.
and it's just they can have that on YouTube where any kid can go on YouTube and watch it, and it's just like that's not something that YouTube should be promoting or having on their platform.
That was the one where she was like back, right? And she's like, "I'm back." Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't remember it.
That was the mock of 6ix9ine's music video. I don't know if you watched that. I actually enjoy 6ix9ine's music. Unironically,
he is a little bit too aggressive for me.
Yeah, his music's pretty in your face, but yeah. So that was kind of a long tangent from collectibles.
Yeah, that was way off.
That's all good though. That's kind of what you guys are going to experience from this podcast. If we kind of get on a tangent, we're just going to talk about it and we're going to have fun and chat, and it's basically just two brothers having a conversation and having you guys join along.
Two brothers
in a van. No, we're not going to quote Rick and Morty, even though we just did. So.
All right.
Did you have anything you wanted to talk about today?
I mean, I was going to talk about the Borderlands 3 DLCs, but I feel like I'm a little bit behind on that. Because I recently just finished Blood of Bounty. Is
that the third or the second one?
That's the third one.
Okay.
Because I was on vacation for 2 weeks when it came out, so I didn't actually get to play it till a while in. But no, it was interesting because it was one of the it was the first DLC out of the new 3 that it didn't use an old character from the second game.
Oh, okay.
Whereas, well, the first DLC, it was the Handsome Jackpot, so you got to see Handsome Jack again, and the second one you got to meet Gage, who was the Necromancer from the second game, which is the best character to play in the second game. But yeah, they introduced like all new characters. There was no vault in this game or in this DLC. It was just really different from the other 2 DLCs.
Different good or different bad?
Different because it was good. It was a change up.
Yeah.
Bad because it's like I was hoping to see, I wanted to see like Salvador or Axton, see what they're up to since the second game. Yeah. Because I know that the 4th DLC is going to have something to do with Krieg. And with his girlfriend dying in the spoiler alert for a game that came out in September, his girlfriend dying in the main story.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see him slip back to insanity and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I played the Borderlands 3 base game. I haven't played any of the DLCs just because like I can't pull myself to finish that game. Like I really enjoyed the gunplay and the gameplay of it, but the story really, for the lack of a better way, pissed me off.
Why is that?
I just it felt very, they killed characters to just kill them to give motive. These are loved characters, and it's the same way with, spoiler alert, Last of Us 2, how they killed Joel within the first hour of the game. And
I didn't play the first or second one, so I don't know who Joel is.
So Joel is the character you played as in the first game, right?
Okay.
And then you played as Ellie, which is the little girl that he was with in the second game.
Okay.
But they killed Joel like an hour into the second game. I know this is massive spoilers for anybody who's like, I don't want to hear these Last of Us 2 spoilers, but I haven't played it, but at the same time, it's like you killed this beloved character that we spent, potentially some people spent hundreds of hours playing.
Well, they did the same thing with those terrible G.I. Joe movies, right? I know this is way off topic.
Wow,
but
way off topic.
You get like this character, I can't remember any of their names, but the main character from the first movie.
Yeah.
Where he's like trying to stop this robotic bug plague or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's like within the first 5 minutes, he's dead of the second movie of a joke because I think he just gets shot. After he survives like buildings falling apart and all this stuff, he could just get shot and dies in the first 5 minutes of the second movie.
I never watched the second movie, so thanks for that. But no, it's just it's frustrating when they kill a main character simply for a motive, where it seems uncreative, in my opinion. It seems like they should be much more creative in coming up with a motive for the new main character, I guess now, right?
But I feel like it makes sense because they don't want to have to constantly follow up with characters. Yeah. Because when you have the first game, you have the first main 4 characters. Yeah. In the second one, you meet them. And then in the third game, it's like you want to know what happened with now 6 characters that were in the second game. Yeah. So it's like they probably just killed her for the main fact of like, we don't want to constantly have to be coming back to Maya to see what she's up to.
Well, then again, this is where they could have been more creative and given her a proper send-off instead of a death.
True. Like in the comics, they said that Axton went into porn. So that was kind of his send off. So,
but see, that speaks into Borderlands. That's much more creative, and that's much like just kind of like, hey, we're a joking game.
mm-hmm.
Whereas like they kill off Maya again. This is spoilers for anybody who hasn't played, but the game's been out since September.
Yeah,
it's just like they killed them off again for simply just the reason of a motive, and it's like,
well, it gave Ava siren power again. Spoilers, siren powers, and it gave her motivation to be more annoying.
That's true.
she was
really
annoying.
annoying. She was really annoying.
I get it. She's supposed to speak to those angsty 13-year-olds, but
Yeah.
I mean, when I was 13, the first Borderlands 2 came out, and I love Tiny Tina because she was around my age. They just need that character for the younger players.
Yeah, and they tried that with Ava,
Mhm.
but I don't know. I enjoyed the gunplay and the gameplay. I thought the guns were great in that game. A lot more creative, and
I was really disappointed with Malawan because Malawan was such a good gun in the second game, and then it's like, especially with snipers, you have to charge up a shot to shoot it, and it's like snipers, you don't want to charge a shot.
Yeah, you want to.
I mean,
point and click.
It works well with some SMGs where it takes like a couple seconds to start shooting, but then you empty your entire magazine.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
yeah, Maliwan was definitely changed
Mhm.
in the third game.
also, I don't know, Jacob's pistols have a lot more kickback to them.
Yeah,
I remember Jacob's pistols being all I wanted in the second game, and now it's like,
especially at the beginning, because that was like all you got at the beginning was Jacob's pistols and Vladoff pistols.
Mhm. Oh, Vladoff also kicked butt in that game too.
Yeah. So
I don't want to talk too much about Borderlands. I feel like I can make an entire episode about it.
no, that's fair. Borderlands. I think Borderlands 2 probably goes down in history as one of my favorite games.
Oh yeah, I've spent thousands upon hours of that game.
We spent thousands on hours on the 360 version.
Oh yeah,
It just alone, right? And that game was great. So.
And then we bought it again for the Xbox and
I
One
kinda
and the PlayStation.
I bought it for PC.
Yeah, I bought it for PC.
I've only got a couple hundred hours on the PC version,
Mhm.
but yeah, still a great game. So yeah, that's our little Borderlands segment, I
Yeah.
guess. We could talk forever about Borderlands because
Yeah.
we both really are big fans of the game,
hmm
especially the second one. The first one mediocre, and the third one for me
The first one was good
at the time.
at setting up the second one.
Yeah,
because you had Angel who led into the second game.
mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah. All right, you ready to do a little bit of Reddit?
I suppose.
Okay, we're gonna browse a Reddit today, and it's gonna be called, I don't know if you've seen it before. I'll switch to the computer screen here. r/creepy asterisks. So this Reddit is dedicated to cringy text messages where they use asterisks a bunch. So we'll do top of all time. So it's like, do you want to read the blue and then I'll...
Yeah, I got the blue. Yeah, I'm on
Okay.
that side.
Hi.
Hey, who's this?
Clears throat. It's Brendan from class, sweating profusely.
I think you got the wrong number. Haha.
Looks down at ground, twirling thumbs. Shannon gave me your number.
That's cool, but you have the wrong number. I'm a 25-year-old man.
Come on, it's Brandon from Econ. I asked Shannon for your number. Let's hang out. Hands itching to unzip pants.
Brandon, you have the wrong number. I am not a woman. I literally have a mustache.
And then the next is just a dick pic.
And you get a photo that kind of looks like frightening. It's guy with a really porno 90s mustache, and it's like, oh, poor man.
No.
Yeah.
So that's the gist of this Reddit. Is it's just like creepy people trying to get into messages and using like asterisks is like,
It's essentially sexting gone wrong is what I'm getting from it.
yeah, some of them are really bad. Like if we get to them, there's just like whips dick out and slaps face. It's just like what? So
All right.
okay, you got blue.
Yeah, sure.
So cringy.
Aster looks down at my feet while I'm barely smiling. You likey.
God no.
Looks shocked and then hides face in hands. You don't like it?
Stop it.
I gotta admit, I love how it said read at 4:20 p.m.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Oh man. Yeah. We'll go do a couple more here. Puts head down nervously. Is this Jeff?
Yo, I ain't down with this.
Tail comes out of pants. Oh, sorry, you had to see that.
This is why Chelsea doesn't like you.
Eyes turn red. Want to say that again? Starts to turn into a wolf.
Holy fuck.
Oh man, most of these are furries.
Oh, that's...
Which, hey, you know what? If people are into what they're in, that's fair. But at the same time, it's not everyone is into it, so you can't just assume that people are by texting like that.
Well, they're just... My issue with furries, and I'm sorry if I'm going to offend anybody with this, is that they're just, honestly, they're so open with it, and they just don't seem to understand that it makes everybody else uncomfortable.
Yes, that can be true. That can be true for a lot of, because, don't get me wrong, if you were part of the LGBT community, you probably get pissed with seeing all the straight men.
Possibly, but
right?
I mean, it's just like, I went to high school, and there was people that would wear tails, and they would have cat ears on, and it's like, you're in school, and most of them were in, grade 9. It's like, you're 15, chill out, you're in school, study math, keep your dick in your pants.
Focus on math, kids. All right, we'll do... Oh my gosh, okay.
I'm glad I don't have to read that one.
You're reading blue.
Yeah, I know. I'm not reading kissing it.
Okay. Kisses your supple bare breasts and aerial. Supple? Oh,
you should have studied English in high school.
Supple bare breasts and areolas. Runs finger through hair.
Takes out my hunting knife and then saws off your dick. Then forcibly feeds it to you, watches you choke to death on your own genitals, and then dispose of your body in a heavily wooded area.
Dude, what the... That's how you clap back with the asterisks. That's how you clap back. Look at the little, the description. Tickles you.
In
asterisks. Oh, man. And they call their followers role players and OOing for the people that are online.
Oh, this is a very uncomfortable subreddit.
Yeah, it's sexual things. Stop. More sexual things. See you on Reddit. Oh man, yeah. Some of them are really, really bad. There's even worse ones where it's just full furry and there's vomit on your sweater already. Ooh.
Okay, is woo a sound or is it because is it supposed to be an emoji? Is it a face?
It's a face, but you also say it as ooh or a whoa. I think.
Because is it supposed to be the eyelids and then the mouth, or how does that work?
So yeah, these are. Let's click on it.
By the way, if you are listening and you can't actually see the screen because I don't know how clear that is on the video, a woo is, and you don't know, it's capital U, W, capital U.
Yeah, and it's basically meant to look like a face. And I have it set to so they can see the screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's basically set to be like a face, but it's also a sound. I'm pretty sure. That's why in their description it's oh-woing, you know?
Yeah, but so are the used eyes?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're eyes.
All right, so
yeah, it doesn't make it any better.
No, I'm just really out of date with stuff. I'm 20, but I have the social media presence of a 60-year-old.
That's totally fair. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite Reddits just because it's giggles. Giggles and asterisks. It's probably one of my favorite Reddits just because it's so cringy. And yeah, it's just...
Oh, Satan. Did you hear Satan got blocked on Twitter?
Oh, did he?
He's gotten his account removed so many times.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, but at the same time...
But the thing is, there's not a subreddit. God's Twitter. It's not actually God, if you were wondering.
What? Don't tell me it's true.
But God got verified.
That's such a good... It's the reason why we quickly changed to Satan. For those of you who don't know, we see Satan in the on the Reddit here, and yeah.
But yeah, Satan has been removed a bunch of times, and
God got verified.
God got verified, and Satan will not get verified.
That's true. He has a lot of followers too.
He was crazy. He was crazy high. I was one of the people that was following him, and it was always entertaining what he posted.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I don't understand how you can verify God, but not, and then just delete Satan. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's basically this Reddit. In the gist of it, it's just really cringy ooh-woos and oh-oh-ohs, and it's just, yeah, it's funny. If you guys are ever in for a good laugh, definitely go on r/creepy_.
And if you like this segment, we'll try to bring up more Reddits that we enjoy, or we'll just keep on going through this one.
Yeah, definitely bring up. Yeah, if you guys are into this kind of segment or any segment that we talk about, especially on the YouTube page, comment down below, and we'll definitely touch base on it again. We'll read your comments out.
Should we plug our social media? Just get it out there.
Sure, I can't remember it off by heart, but
I don't know what it is.
Okay, on YouTube it's Loud Ones Podcast. On Twitter it's Loud Ones Podcast. I'm pretty sure, like the number 1.
Yeah.
On Instagram it's the same thing, Loud Ones Podcast.
We'll put links in the bio for when we put it up on.
Put it on YouTube
everything.
For sure, and yeah, on everything. Basically, if you just search Loud Ones Podcast, either with a 1 or with the word 1. And you should be able to find us. You
want to pull up the logo, because I'm pretty sure there's another Loud Ones podcast, so I don't want them getting confused.
Yeah, this is our logo. It's like a neon light with a face in it. Yeah, basically this is our logo. There's another Loud Ones podcast, but I don't know how many. There's also a Twitter April Fools that someone did called the Loud Ones Podcast. So if I search Loud Ones Podcast videos. Oh, not videos.
We stop talking about other.
Yeah, there's this one which was an April Fool's by JC Backfire. He's a zombies YouTuber. I actually watch him and I enjoy his videos. He's now a variety streamer, but then there's this one too.
That's our current competition. So we're hoping to blow them out of the water if you guys can help with that. Give us 5-star reviews on iTunes and whatever else you're listening to us on.
5-star reviews, yeah. And reach out to Coke to sponsor us.
Yep.
You know, just say, hey. Even if they just send me a case, I'll take it. I'll take it. So,
if you know anybody that works at Casper, Audible, it's like, we're willing to do ads. We're willing to sell out.
We are 100% willing to sell out. So, yeah. I think those were our main topics that we wanted to talk about today. We went over collectibles. You went over the Borderlands game. And then we kind of just did a little bit of a Reddit review. Yeah. How would you rate that Reddit out of like 5 stars?
5 stars, I would probably give it a 4.
Yeah.
There's definitely some things that, are not good.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's a good Reddit. I would give it a 4 too, because there's better Reddits out there. But that one, if you're looking for a good, like, cringy laugh, that one's definitely, like, up there for top ones. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So we've been going for about 35 minutes. So... do you want to call it there, Calvin, for our first episode?
That's a good first episode.
Yeah,
we don't want to overwhelm people with how awesome we are.
Yeah, we'll save that for the second episode.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for joining. If you guys watched on the video, on the audio version, whatever you watched on, obviously a rating is much appreciated if you enjoyed it. Keep an eye out for the second episode coming out probably within the next week or so. And yeah, just thank you guys very much.
Yep, this was LOP.
Is that our abbreviation now?
Yeah, Loud Ones Podcast, LOP.
Check out the LOP merch in the description.
We don't have
merch. We don't have merch. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
All right.
Bye.